Yeah, I understand that. My kind like, and I accept that kind of, uh, that stance, But my stance is a little bit more like, if I don't criticize something, then they'll keep trying to get away with making inferior products because it's cost effective. So, as much as I may enjoy something, at the same time, I will always be like, this, like for example, it is unacceptable to make a game and rely on mods to fix it. So, regardless of how much I enjoy a game or how much I personally like a game, if even with, like, if I have to use mods to enjoy it, regardless of whether I enjoy it or not, that game is a failure.
And I agree. We our stances are very similar. It's just our reaction to those stances that is different. Um, Both of us find it unacceptable for these things to happen. You just are very vocal about, no, this is not okay, and I hate your game because you have done this. Even though I like your game, I hate your game.
Yeah.
My stance is generally, these are the things that I find wrong with your game. I don't like that these things happen, but I like your game enough because of these things that I'm willing to overlook those things. But I always point them out when I run into them. Not that that really matters, because as far as it goes, I mean, you and I are talking from a content creator standpoint at the moment. Because as individual consumers, you and I have about zero power to stop game developers from doing stupid and lazy shit.
True.
But as content creators, we at least have some voice in the fact that people watch us for suggestions.
Yeah.
Which is why I talked about when people ask me about things. Again, and this comes down to the difference between YouTube and Twitch. Mine is a very direct, they ask a question, I respond to it, whereas yours is, here is a stated opinion that's recorded forever.
Yeah.
Or at least as long as YouTube is a thing. So mine, generally what I do when I beat a game or I get to the end of a game, and there have been several games that I have played and gone, I am not having fun with this game because of X, Y, and Z reason, I'm not going to play this anymore. Right. Generally when I get to the end of a game, I give a review of that game about how I felt. And a number of times I've gone, man, I really enjoyed this game, but I really wish this had happened, or this had happened, or they didn't do this, or they did do that.
Question.
Go ahead.
Where'd you come down on Telltale?
To be honest, I have not played any of their games, so I cannot actually make a statement on it.
What do you,
I have not played a single Telltale game.
Have you seen any played, or?
I have.
Well, you could make at least a little bit of a comment.
I think it's a bit money grabbing to take a universe that I like and then kind of tell me the same story, or at least a similar story. But people do seem to like it a lot, and as long as I haven't seen enough to judge the story.
Okay, it's terrible.
Mechanically, they look very dull to me.
Yeah.
I don't really think that they're a game so much as they're a visual novel in game form. But if they're telling a story that you want to see, then awesome, have a great time. But I don't really classify them as games, because mechanically speaking, you're not playing a game, you're making selections. It's a multiple choice test with pictures.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to address something very quickly. But you see, Sheep, the biggest problem of saying a game is bad is that 80% of the people that say a game is bad will be, this game sucks, and that is all. They won't throw a ticket into the devs and be like, hey, this needs this and needs to be fixed, could be done this way. And when you add this, when you could have, why did you add this when you could have done this? My stance on that is that they earned the right to just say this game sucks. to review it. Like, as regardless of, you know, how they review it, how much they put in. At the end of the day, you're making a product. You're making a product that people will either like, dislike, want, need, whatever. And you have to accept that if people don't like your game, they're allowed to basically be like, I don't like your game. You know, they've bought the game, they've consumed it. So, you know, like, yeah, pretty much, it's perfectly acceptable to say this game sucks and not give any constructive feedback. If you like a game series, however, and the, like, let's say like FTL. FTL is a great example.
Okay.
They made a good game. They've expanded that good game for free later on, like the expansion DLC stuff, which was free. If they then made FTL 2 and they made it very badly, if someone was like, your game sucks, I liked the first one, this one is shit, but they don't actually give any constructive criticism, then I'd be like, yeah, no, whatever.
You have done nothing to add to...
Yeah. If you just buy a random game and it's shit, if you just want to say, like, this game sucks and walk away, that's fair enough. How you doing up there, Yujoon?
I'm doing all right. I'm rebuilding my army. I've got a reasonable army now on the new guy, but he's the new guy. I mean, he's level 1, so he's pretty shit. But he's got a pretty good army behind him.
I just got Azhag.
Nice. To support sheep on this one, I should not need a damn mod or expansion to see the copious amount of blood in the Warhammer game. I agree. The DLC for this game was a big flufferino.
It was up and down.
I'm not saying they didn't make good ones, but the number of bad ones they made was pretty silly.
Agreed.
So, do you guys like the upcoming game Total Warhammer 2? Yes, we do.
Well, we like the look of it.
Yeah, we like the look of it so far. I will say, right now, my biggest pet peeve in games, in the gaming industry, by a pretty wide margin, as a matter of fact, is this releasing a non-full game and then releasing DLC for it later that finishes the game. The concept of DLC or expansions used to be, here's a complete game. Then you can buy DLCs or expansions to enhance that gaming experience that we've already provided. A full gaming experience that we've already provided. Here's more content in that world.
Usually it's like, so you've got 3 factions, here's a 4th.
Yeah, you know, or
for example.
Or here's a story, you know, that we didn't get a chance to tell, you know, but you got a full story. You got
a new zone.
Here's 10% more. What has been a very disturbing trend currently in games has been, okay, here's 80% of a game, we'll release 3 DLCs to finish it.
Yeah.
And that is, to me, very, very, very unacceptable.
Or here's 80% of here's 80% of the game. Here's 20% that you don't need to play, but you could get, because that is holding a game to ransom.
Yeah. So and
you know, like here's an example just to clarify what I mean. Is, for example, with the Warriors of Chaos. You know, they're like, you don't need them to play. You can buy the game and play, but it's not the complete game. And if you pre-order it, you get the game. Or you can buy it as DLC. That's holding a game to ransom, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Another reason why I dislike, why I love and hate Total War Warhammer, because they did that kind of shit, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have 37 favor right now.
Woof.
Well, yeah, when you, Don't get me wrong. The cost of skill is a really powerful one when you're building your army. +5 unit experience for all unit recruits is pretty goddamn powerful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm getting rank 6 actually, thanks to my other troops. Rank 6 Slangors. Which are armored, armor-piercing, melee experts, charge defense against all. Great Axe Infantry with 117 armor, 92 leadership, 36 speed, 59 melee attack, 57 melee defense, 53 weapon strength, and 45 charge bonus. So, they're good, but god damn are they expensive. Healai! Hey bud, how you doing?
Hey, Hiele.
Healai. That sounds much better.
Hiele.
Healai.
Hiele.
Healai. Healai. Yeah. Early access, beta, alpha testing, when done correctly, i.e., you've got an active community that is giving active and useful advice, and a dev community that's listening to and siphoning through that advice to make realistic and good changes to their games are awesome. However, often early access is a way to money grab as much as you can to release a broken game, do nothing to fix it, and then not even care if people buy it on release because you've already gotten enough money to justify making the game already.
Mm-hmm. Go look at Plague Inc. Evolved. See when it came out. See the fact that it's still in early access at this moment in time. And tell me that early access is a good thing. And look at the number of updates they've done to it as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would point out for a successful early access, Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon was an amazing early access title.
Mm-hmm.
It was a full, complete game. It was polished. What they needed was, does this work? Is this balanced? Like, do these things work? Find the bugs in the game. We don't have enough people to thoroughly vet this and test this game, but here's a finished product. And as people played it, they added more content into the early access to continue testing it.
Yeah.
Like, and they were constantly patching it and changing it and doing things to make the game better.
And they didn't take 2 years to release it.
And they didn't take 2 years to release it. They got the input that they felt they needed and they moved on. And that is, in my opinion, exactly what you need to do for early access. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Have you noticed the trend of early access games actually not spending that much time in early access? And then you're like, huh, I wonder why they didn't spend much time in early access. And then it's like, oh, they didn't spend much time in early access because they're just releasing the game as it is and it's not ready to be released.
Yeah.
It's just like... It's like, we got our money, we'll just release, and then fuck it. And it's like...
Yeah, well, and that's the problem with early access games. It's like, if early access is being used as a tool by the developers to make their game better, early access is great. Mm-hmm. If early access is a way to release your game that is deeply flawed and get people to buy it on the concept of, oh, it's early access, it's deeply flawed, they'll fix it. When you have no intention on fixing it, and you just want that early access money and then whatever, who gives a shit, then you are a terrible, terrible person, and I hope earworms burrow their way into your brain.
Deftige Man. Deftige Man? Okay, fine. It's actually probably Deftigeman. It's probably Deftigeman, but yeah.
I don't know. I've completed my successful thing of having missions. Raise or sack 5 different settlements belonging to the following races, Empire provinces. Why does Malagor get all this anti-emperor empire stuff if he starts down by the frackin' orcs?
Well, because you like fuck with the orcs for a little bit and then you move on.
Okay. The dark gods have indeed blessed Malagor's Brayherd. They whisper and mutter of the work still to do, showing the dark omen a vision of burning temple in Grunberg and the ruins of civilization strewn across Averland. Should these acts of vilification be fulfilled, then a further blessing upon the Crowfather awaits. Alright, so I gotta go sack some cities. Some empire cities. That's gonna be rough.
A little bit.
Bordelais is not the empire. Isleheart is the empire, but they're frackin' fluff me strong. Ostland is not the empire.
Ostland,
whatever. Still not the empire.
it is not.
Alright, I guess I gotta go pick a fight with the guys who beat the shit out of me last time. Just hope they're not as powerful as they used to be. Just hope other people have been fluffing with them. Buddy, I think I'm going to have to call it for tonight.
Oh yeah, that's fine, dude. We've been going for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll save it when it's
content for 9 years.
Uh-huh.
But I'll end my turn and let you save on yours. It sounds like the wife is done with her shower and is hair drying her hair, and we haven't eaten anything. The roast beef sandwich that I told you about 6 hours ago is the only thing I've eaten today.
Ah. Yeah, that's By the way, my Grimgore is rank 18.
Jesus. Yeah,
And
I know. God, losing that other hero was really bad for me.
I have completely maxed out his skills.
All of them?
Sorry, I've completely maxed out his melee skills.
Nice.
So every single one is fully skilled up.
Yeah, Malagor is rank 15. So
Pretty good.
He's got all of the magic skills leveled up.
Hey Sheep, your opinion on Star Citizen? Don't get. Or legitimately, like, I ignore Star Citizen. It's like, whatever. I played a session of it with Peachy. It was hilarious as fuck, but I have no interest in that game, to be honest. It's one of those games where you're just like, this could be really good, but it's not going to. You know, it's just like, no, it's not going to be any good.
Well, it has potential to be good, but potential doesn't actually mean anything. So, all right, guys. While Sheepy's taking his turn, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye.
I've done
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time with Mass Effect Andromeda, and then with Total War Warhammer with Sheepdog. We'll be doing more of this. I have a blast playing this game with you, Sheep. So,
Me too, dude. Me too.
Tomorrow I'm going to be super busy throughout the whole day, but we'll see what next week brings us.
Sweet.
So thanks for watching, and we will see you probably Tuesday on Henley's channel for some delicious tabletop RPG, Rogue Trader, Warhammer 40k nonsense. Hey, guy right there, you're catching us right at the end, but it's great to see you, buddy. And then Wednesday with probably more Mass Effect. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Toodles!
And those of you on my video, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It always helps out a lot, and of course, I do really appreciate it. Check the description in the link below. Check the link in the description below for Yujoon, and I will see you in the next one.